your chest open and expansive. Try and maybe lift the feet up, but you don't have to. If you have the feet on the ground, you can still open your chest and bring your belly forward and lift up with your spine. You'll find a point where you can just kind of tip back. Just keep playing with that. You can even let go. Try and kick the feet up. This is both toes. Inhale, reach up, point your toes. Exhale, hug the knees. Couple more. Just inhale. Exhale. And find some room behind you so you can roll on your back. Still rolling, but we're going to build momentum and roll forward to hands and knees. Kind of like this. Going forward onto the hands, 7 feet back. Just making our way to tabletop, but only for a minute. Pressing into the palms, spreading the fingers wide, tucking the toes. Inhale, lift the knees off the ground. And breathe. Just breathe with the knees off the ground. Couple deep cycles of breath. Inhale. Exhale, press back to a downward facing dog, lifting the hips up, bending the knees, keeping the knees bent as we start off in this practice. Maybe bending one knee, extending the opposite leg to the ground, opposite heel to the ground. Shake the head yes and no. Really press back. Don't lift the head up. Let the head lower down between your arms. Maybe looking down to the wall behind you. Lift up through your tailbone. Exhale, bend the knees, and walk forward to the hands. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Shake the head yes and no. Inhale, reach out wide and come up standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, press up. Exhale, reach out wide and down. Inhale, reach out wide and up. Exhale, press to heart center. And now we find our flow. We'll inhale, press up, lift up the hands. Exhale, bend the knees and reach to the ground. Hug your knees to your chest. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, hug your knees to your chest. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Bend the knees, step the legs back to a plank. Bring the knees to the ground. And find your hips and knees and your shoulders and neck in one line. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows so that they slide next to your ribs all the way down. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Step forward with the feet a bit, adjusting the feet. Really lift through the tailbone and press away with the hands like you're going to lift the mat up overhead. Tailbone, lift the heels off the ground. Exhale, bend the knees, find child's pose. Knees wider than the hips, wider than your belly, allowing your hips and belly to settle between your thighs. Hands walking forward, child's pose. And then tuck your toes. Inhale, to your chest. Inhale, bend your knees, reach out wide, come on up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Press up. Exhale, press out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press down. When you close the eyes, become samas DTE, or self-introspection. Scanning your awareness through your body, you can feel the joints, you can engage the blocks. sit into chair pose. Keep your tailbone slightly tucked. Keep your shoulders relaxed back into the pockets. You can rotate your pinkies in toward your face, and that will help the shoulders a bit. Have the toes spreading out. Keep your toes visible. You look down. Breathe deeply. Take an inhale, sit up. Exhale, sit deeper. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Shake the head, yes and no. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Step back to the plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, bend the knees and press the hands away, this time coming to the back of the mat. Forward fold to the back of the mat. Cycles of breath. Bend your knees and come on up to a standing posture. Exhale, back to rest center. Now, start balancing on one foot, getting onto our left foot, spreading through those toes, lifting our right heel off the ground, opening the right knee, opening the hip and the knee. Maybe it's a little kickstand, and you work to balance on the one foot. Maybe you bring it up to the calf muscle, pressing the heel into your calf. Do not press it on the knee joint whatsoever though. Skip up there entirely, maybe up into your thigh, or adductors on your inner thigh. And working on this balance posture. Now, it is easier to balance off the mat than on the mat. Spread through the toes, maybe bend the standing leg a little bit. Feel the engagement of the standing leg. Then the hands can be at heart center. You also play with the hand balance. Maybe you're reaching your hands up and keeping your shoulders back. Maybe you've got cactus arms. Bring the knee forward. Kick the foot forward. Kick that heel strong. Take an inhale. And exhale, lower it down. Other side now. Spreading out through the right foot, spreading those toes. Opening up the left knee, left hip. Making that little kickstand. Maybe up on the calf. Maybe inner thigh. Adductors and such. You can press the foot into the thigh. And the thigh kind of can press back into the foot, and that can open up your hip while you're balancing. Breathe deeply. Go ahead and bring the knee forward. Kick the heel out. Inhale. Exhale, lower the foot down. Awesome. Let's bring the feet wider than your hips. Knees are slightly bent, and just start rolling the hips around in these circles. Both directions. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Balance on the left foot, bring the right knee up and step forward into a lunge. It doesn't have to be very far. Keep the heel down on the ground and the toes kind of at a 45-degree angle. And then from there, we're gonna straighten the front legs, spread out through the toes. Keep this leg engaged, but don't lock the knee. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, hands on the hips as you tilt forward. Just breathe here. Find where you're at your maximum, where you can't go any further with a flat back. Then just stay there. Maybe find a block and use that block or your leg and hold on to that. down the spine and bring your face towards your knee. You just try to relax into this straight leg posture, right? Cycles of breath. Now, hands on the hips. Inhale, use your core, come on up to standing pyramid. Exhale. Bend into the front knee, then step forward to standing. Then step back with the other leg. Same thing on this side now. Straight the front leg, spread out through the toes. Keep this leg engaged. Make sure that your feet are wide enough apart. Inhale, lift up through your sternum. And exhale, hands on your hips as you tilt your hips forward. And you bring your belly button as far forward as it can go. And then you just breathe in this halfway lift posture. It's like a split leg halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward, rounding the face towards your kneecap. And pressing the hips back and just trying to relax in this split leg forward. Breathing deeply into the stretch. Inhale. Exhale, hands on your hips. Then straighten on up to a standing posture with an inhale. And exhale. Bend into the front knee and stand forward. Exhale, bend the knees as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bend your knees. Place the hands on the mat. Step the feet back to a plank. And inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, slide them across your ribs, all the way down the mat. Inhale, open up to cobra. And exhale, just settle your forehead onto your hands. Take a break. We're not done. Come on up onto the elbows. Make sure they're right underneath your shoulders. Reach over to your elbows and even kind of give yourself a hug right there. Double check that your elbows are under the shoulders. And then reach forward into a Sphinx pose. And then have your big toes touching and pressing down with the tops of your feet so your knees lift off the ground even. So we're breathing into the Sphinx pose. Inhaling into an open chest. Exhaling into a relaxed spine. Breathing deeply. Take another inhale. And exhale, relax down onto the ground again. Forehead's on the mat, maybe bringing an ear to the mat instead. And lift the feet off the ground and the hands. We're going to reach forward and engage your back muscles. And breathe. Super yogis. Maybe the big toes are touching in the back. Maybe we're lifting our thighs off the mat. Breathing. One more inhale. And exhale. Lay down on the ground. Press the other ear to the mat with it. Bend your knees. Reach back with one hand or both hands. And if it's just one hand, then do that one side for a minute. If it's both hands, try and kick into both your hands. And inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Here we go. Reaching. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale, lower to the ground. Opposite ear to the ground. And just take a couple of deep breaths into that, allowing your whole body to relax into that sweet spot. Now bring the fingertips under your shoulders and press into onto your hands. Tuck your toes. Inhale. Exhale. Bring yourself to a child's pose. Bringing the knees forward. Reaching your hips back. The hands are reaching forward. Hands are pressing into the mat. Sitting back onto your hips and heels, and bring your feet forward into the seated posture. And then we're going to open up the hips wide, having one foot in toward our pelvic bone and the other foot's reaching out as far as it can go. So we're going to have a really wide hip stance going on. Keep the feet engaged, so keep the legs kind of engaged and your hips level in the ground the entire time, no matter what we do. And keep this leg engaged, keep the knee safe by engaging it, rather than letting it just relax. Don't do that. Keep it all engaged. Toes lifting. This is really good, like mind, toe, finger connection when you do that too. Inhale, reach up. Exhale into a side bend, bringing the elbow inside the knee, keeping this hand reaching over, but keeping this hip down in the ground while we reach over, and that will intensify the stretch. And then maybe face the ceiling a bit with your sternum, really opening the chest while you're side bending. Breathing. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands down. And now for a little twist here, we're going to face the foot. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold to the foot. This gets right to quadratus lumborum, a little square of the muscle around the lumbar spine and the lower ribs and the upper ribs. And it's one of the reasons we get low back pain is when that muscle gets tight. And here we're just stretching that muscle out on one side. That's why we twist it over. Come back up with an inhale. Exhale, bring the opposite hand over behind the hips. And it's going to be like the opposite hand from your foot. Press into that hand and lift the hips off the ground. Inhale. And exhale, keep lifting. Use another inhale. And exhale, lower down. Awesome. Switch legs. Keep your sits bones to the earth and rooted in the ground. And keep your legs engaged. Keep this knee safe and engaged. And the toes lifted, engaged. Maybe even spreading out through your toes a bit. You can try that. And wiggling the toes while you're doing all this. Using inhale, lift up. Exhale to the side, then bring the hand inside the knee and just reaching over, keeping your sits bones flat in the ground. And breathing. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Face your leg. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, folds to that leg. Breathe deeply. Use a cycle of breath to come on up. Press into the hands behind the hip. Inhale, lift up with the hips. Breathe. that for roughly 5 to 10 breaths, just holding your body up kind of like that, your whole body will just relax. And so if you do that before bed, it might help you come to find sleep better, find rest. Now that we're on our back, go ahead and bring the knees to your chest and hug the knees to your chest. Just give them a nice squeeze and breathe deeply. And bring the left ankle to the thigh, right above the knee. And then you can reach either to the hamstrings of the thigh, or you can grab onto the shin on the outside, like on the very front of your leg. And either one works, but we're going to press the left foot into the thigh as we're pulling the thigh to our chest. So both legs are engaged as we get into this stretch. It's getting into our hip flexors, our rotator muscles, and the hips. Breathing deeply. Or you can make it even more active by straightening the right leg to the sky and reaching up beyond your toes. Or even holding on to the calf muscles, but breathing deeply using your core muscles for that one. I like the passive one a lot though, because it's a good relaxing stretch. Exhale. Switch sides. Go ahead, grab onto that left side, holding onto the shin or the hamstrings, and keeping your shoulders flat on the ground and breathing deeply, pressing the foot into the thigh and pressing the thigh over your chest. Breathing deeply. Both legs engaged. Again, if you want to make it more active, you can straighten the left leg and reach up beyond the toes. To your chest again, and roll side to side. We're going to do one last inversion. It's either L pose, plow pose, or shoulder stand. If you know how to do those, go for it. If you don't, please watch first before getting into the pose. Make sure you understand what's going on. Make sure you have room for your feet behind you by bringing your hips up and pressing down with your hands, bringing the feet overhead to plow pose. And that's if you want to explore. You can just hold on to your legs and keep your feet up if you want it. But if you want to go into plow pose, you bring the feet overhead and you stack the hips over your shoulders. Press the elbows and shoulders together and touch the low back with your hands or even your hips. And that will support your weight as you lift the feet up into shoulder stand. And breathe deeply during all of this. Make sure that you're in control and have the elbows locking together, shoulders locking together, and you're breathing. And during any of these inversions, you can just bend the knees and hug your knees to the chest and roll back down. So exploring either of these, whether you're holding your feet up or you're bringing your hips over your shoulders, you're still getting a good inversion where the blood is returning from your calves to your heart with the help of gravity. to absorb all of that yoga it just did. And when we find Shavasana, we're allowing all of that good work to absorb into muscle memory, just like your